What is up, guys? Today I am back with another review video, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the new Jazwares Toy Animatronic action figures. Finally after all these years, we are getting Five Nights at Freddy's 2 action figures, and just in time too. As you all know, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie 2 is coming out very soon, so it would make sense that we would be getting action figures for them, and finally we are getting them. Because for some reason, Funko decided to cheap out and never give us the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 action figures, which I feel like is just really cheap of them. I feel like it's very dumb because we've all wanted the FNAF 2 figures for so long. And as you guys know, Funko actually recently lost the license to make more figures, so now Jazwares has stepped in. Now, even though these figures do look good from the front anyways, I just cannot understand, out of all the toy companies you could have gotten to make the new FNAF figures, why Jazwares? I'm just saying, out of all toy companies you could have chosen, Jazwares isn't really known for making the best figures. They make good plushies, and the Jazwares plushies that are coming out look really freaking good. They've never really been known for making the best figures. You could have gotten Jack Specific. Look how good this shadow figure from Jack Specific is. It looks really good. It's got all these nice details to it, and also the Super Mario Bowser. Or like McFarlane. McFarlane has made FNAF figures in the past, like the little buildable minifigures or whatever. Or even Hasbro. Well, maybe not Hasbro. They probably wouldn't have done too good with FNAF. But still, out of all companies, Jazwares. I personally think McFarlane would have done the best with them, since like I said, they have made those little FNAF minifigures in the past, and they looked really good as just little cheap minifigures. I couldn't imagine how good a full-scale McFarlane FNAF figure would look. But these, like I said, they do look pretty good, again, when you look at them from the front. However, my main problem with these figures is that when you turn them around, they all have this huge protruding button out the back, which makes the figures just look disgustingly ugly. And you can also clearly see that there are screw holes that they covered up, which I hate too. I'm glad that they at least covered up the screw holes, but come on, Jazwares, y'all could have done a little better than this. And the reason why they have that is because all these figures have this jump scare gimmick. When you push the button in, it makes them jump scare, even though that doesn't really look like much of a jump scare. It looks just more like they're asking for a hug. Bro, this is how they would all do it. They'd be like, Toy Freddy would be like, "Where my hug at?" Toy Bonnie be all he'd be like, "Ah, come here, you old rascal." and Toy Chica would be like, "Oh my gosh, hi." Oh my goodness. Some people may think it's a cool gimmick, but I've said this before, I do not like gimmicky toys. I'm more of a fan of, like I said, posable action figures. I just think they would have done a lot better if they had just went that route. Also, I forgot to mention, I do not yet have Mangle. Mangle is by far the best looking figure of the line, and I could not find her at any of my local Targets, so I just had to order her online, and it'll take her a while to get here. So I'm going to go and review these three, and then I'll review Mangle later. Starting out with the main man himself, Toy Freddy. Again, from the front, he looks pretty good, except for the back. The plastic does feel pretty smooth. It actually reminds me a lot of that random Funtime Foxy fixed Mangle figure we got in the FNAF 4-Wave of Funko. This is still by far the weirdest figure Funko has ever made. It's based off the FNAF World Funtime Foxy, and it just looks so weird. Her eyelashes look like eyebrows. She does look really good, with the toy animatronics, and they scale pretty nice too, actually. Now again, thankfully, Jazwares did get rid of that horrible joint system with Funko, so you can't really take any of the arms off, but you can pose them however you want, although you cannot lift the arms up without activating the jump scare feature, which is really weird, because if you can activate the jump scare feature by lifting the arms up, what's the point of the button? You could have just had it just by flipping the arms up. And also, due to the jump scare feature, you cannot turn the neck at all. The neck is just one solid piece. I don't know why the camera's not focusing. There we go. So you cannot turn the neck at all, which is very unfortunate. Next, looking at Toy Bonnie. Again, looks pretty nice. Colors are a bit off. His blue is a bit darker than what it's supposed to be. Also, for some reason, they gave him like a super human-like tongue. I really don't know why they gave Toy Bonnie that. It looks so odd. It's just a random tongue in there. None of the other characters have it, just Toy Bonnie. And his eyes are a bit wonky. Like, it looks like he has a bit of a lazy eye there. Apparently everybody has that issue with their Toy Bonnie. And his tail is removable, but I'm not going to take it off now because I'm going to end up dropping it and losing it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool figure. Now let's take a look at Toy Chica. She is also pretty good looking. Also has that awful jump scare feature, but hers does not work as well. Like, her arms like don't really fly up as high as the other ones, and they get stuck a lot too. Again, looks pretty nice. Plastic feels pretty smooth. I hate that like they didn't give her like an alternate head for like her like beakless head. That would have been nice. Also, another thing to mention is that none of these figures come with any accessories whatsoever. So Toy Bonnie doesn't come with his guitar. Toy Freddy doesn't come with his microphone. Toy Chica doesn't come with her cupcake. So Jazwares kind of cheaped out with accessories, unfortunately. And also, Toy Chica's screw covers seem to be popping out a little bit there. Also, it looks like she's starting to split in half, which I cannot press together. So, yeah, these figures are very cheaply made. Then again, Funko is not much better. Their plastic was always very cheap too, but maybe not as cheap as this. Like, this plastic feels almost like a McDonald's toy. I'm not even gonna lie. So, unfortunately, as good as these figures look from the front, I am a little bit disappointed with them. I mean, I feel like they could have just been a whole lot better if they had just, you know, given them like basic articulated posable action figures instead of like wasting time on that horrible jump scare feature. But these figures do have one really cool gimmick that I like, and it's the fact that all of their eyes glow in the dark. Alright, so you can see their eyes are already starting to glow a little bit, but let's go on and turn off the lights. Oh, wow. Oh, that is actually so cool. Yo, that is actually really creepy. Bro, that is actually so cool. It looks a lot bluer on camera, but in real life, they're more greenish, but come on, man. That looks really cool. That's actually a really cool feature, I ain't gonna lie. Though while the glowing eyes are really cool, I just know that there's going to be some random, unsuspecting kid that has no idea the eyes glow in the dark. He's just going to have these on his shelf, and he's going to wake up in the middle of the night and see his toy's eyes just glowing at him, and he's just going to start screaming. I know that's going to happen to at least one kid. There's no way. So yeah, guys, overall, these figures are decent for their price. I mean, they're only $10. You can find them at your local Target. Maybe most of the time they're going to be completely out of stock because everybody's wanting to buy them. Because again, we've been wanting these FNAF 2 figures for a super long time. So of course, a lot of people are going to be wanting them. But like I said, overall, decent figures, not great. I really don't know if Funko could have made better toy animatronics or not. I mean, I guess we'll never know because Funko was never going to make the toy animatronics in the first place, which is why Jazwares had to step in. But I give these figures a solid 6 out of 10. They got good designs, they got good feels, but just the jump scare gimmick, the cheap plastic, and the lack of articulation, it's just really, and the lack of accessories just really take away from it. And also the fact that they didn't make the puppet. Why would they skip out on the puppet? Please, Jazwares, don't be like Funko and be skipping out on fan favorite characters like when the Nightmare animatronics skipped out on Nightmare Fredbear. Please don't do that, Jazwares. Give us the puppet, man. So guys, if you like this little review video, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you would please. I really would like it. I'd really appreciate it a lot. And let me know if you guys want to see more review videos on this channel.